This video is a reminder on how to add and subtract fractions if you have the same denominator. Now, the mathematical term for same denominator is a common denominator. So our example on the board, we have 1/8 plus 3/8. First thing you need to do is look at your denominators. In this case, the denominator is 8 for both fractions. Common denominator, we're ready to just add them up. So if we were to look at our picture, 1/8 is that. To that, I want to add 3 more 8s. Now, when you look at this, the size of the piece hasn't changed. It's still an 8th. So when I add two fractions with the same denominator, my denominator doesn't change. Each piece is still an 8th, so my denominator stays 8. Then when I look at the numerator, I start it with 1/8, and then I add it 3 more for a total of 4/8, because 1 plus 3 equals 4. Now when I look at this fraction as my answer, I should see that it can be reduced to lower terms. And you think 4 will divide into both 4 and 8. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 1/8 plus 3/8 equals 4/8. Let's look at another example with 8s. What if we wanted to add 5/8 plus 5/8? Again, we'll look at our picture. Our denominator is the same, so we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. But with the way my circle is right now, I can't add another 5/8 to it because I only have 3. So I have to make another circle to add the extras on. So here we have 5/8. I need to add another 5. So there's 3 that fills up that circle, and I still need 2 more to make my 5. So looking at it mathematically, my denominator stays 8 because my pieces haven't changed. They're still the same size. And for my numerator, if I look at the fraction, 5 plus 5 equals 10/8. Problem with this fraction is that it's improper. I have more than one whole circle. So I need to change my fraction, my improper fraction, into a mixed number first. So we think, how many groups of 8 can we make with 10? Well, if we look at our picture, we know that we can make one group of 8, and then the rest of our picture says that we have 2 8s left over. Only problem with that is that it's not in lowest terms yet. So we need to reduce that by dividing both parts by 2 and get 1 and 1/4. Let's look at another example that doesn't have a denominator of 8. If I say 7/10 plus 9/10. So we think each whole is divided into 10 equal pieces. I'm starting with 7/10 and I'm adding 9/10 onto that. So 7 plus 9 is 16. The size of my pieces hasn't changed. They're still tenths. Look at your fraction. It's an improper fraction. So we have to think, how many groups of 10 can I make with 16? We can only make one group with 6 left over. And the last step, we need to reduce this fraction by dividing both parts by 2, and we're left with 1 3/5. So 7/10 plus 9/10 equals 1 3/5. When you're subtracting, the rules stay the same. So we're going to subtract, starting with 8 since I already have my circle drawn. We're going to think what the answer to 7/8 minus 5/8 would be. Go back to the picture. We're starting with 7 equal pieces shaded in. Now I want to subtract. So I'm going to take away 5 pieces. So here I can physically take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mathematically, we think 7 minus 5 is 2. When we look at our pieces, the size of our pieces haven't changed. They're still 8ths. And again, we have to reduce to lowest terms. The biggest number that will divide into both 2 and 8 is 2, and it's 1/4. Let's look at one more. 5/12 minus 3/12. Again, each piece is divided into 12. When I take some pieces away, the size of my pieces don't change, so they stay 12ths. Since we're subtracting, we're going to think 5 minus 3 is 2. We need to see, though, that this isn't in lowest terms. So we're going to take both parts of our fraction, divide it by 2, and we end up with 1/6. So when you're adding or subtracting fractions with the same denominator, you add or subtract the numerators, and the denominators always stay the same. Then you have to look at your answer, make sure that it's written as a proper fraction and in lowest terms. If it's an improper fraction, you have to make it to a mixed number, and then always check to see if the fraction is in lowest terms.